Hey guys, Joel Clement here.
And Storm the Smith.
AKA the Metabolic Man.
Thanks, mate.
There you go.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about shoulders.
Okay, we're going to show you guys a really brief three-way banded shoulder stretch that's going to instantly improve your range of motion.
I'd say at least 90% of the people I come across with shoulder injuries, it stems from a lack of range of motion. So we're going to really work on that today. Alright, so this is another really simple test to test out some shoulder mobility. This is a really good test for your overhead mobility. So I've got Joel here on the ground, right where he should be. Hello.
Hello.
So this is a really simple one. What we're going to do here is we're going to get first Joel to pin his feet down to the floor like so. He's lying down nice and flat, and the most important part of this here is trying to keep his spine nice and neutral. So show me an unneutral spine. So that's a lot of bend through the lumbar spine there. We want to flatten that right out. And from there, we're then going to test his overhead mobility. Of course it's good, Joel, of course it's good. So you see there, he's almost to the floor, not quite. Now, if he cheats and raises himself up, see, he'll get that all day, no worries. But getting back to that neutral spine, we can see there's a little bit of stiffness there. It's not too bad, but for an athlete as good as Joel, we want a little bit better than that before we start pressing with a lot of load over your head.
Yep.
All right, so let's go fix it.
Storm and I are about to show you the three-way banded shoulder stretch. For this, you guys are going to need a band. For us, we like the Green Force band. This roughly offers 17 to 54 kilos of resistance and assistance, but I'm sure you already knew that. As an optional extra, you guys might like to use, once we've done the stretch, either a peanut crunch, you can get these from Trigger Point, or a foam roller, just to roll out the T-spine. So when we do a little bit of shoulder mobility, remember also give the T-spine a bit of mobility later. Those two guys work together, shoulder capsule, thoracic spine will improve posture. So to start with guys, green band, we want to find a surface that we can loop it around. If you saw our squat prep video, the exact same setup. Something just above the floor here, band loops through itself. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into position for stretch number one. So stretch number one is I want to take this band and position it just beneath my shoulder joint on the top of my humeral head, so on the top of my humerus bone, sorry. So it's literally just underneath the armpit. From there, what we're going to do is push away from our anchor point, and I'm going to then pivot my body 90 degrees. So I'm now in line with the wall and spend a bit of time here mobilizing, roughly 45 seconds to a minute to make a difference. Next, stretch number two is a passive stretch, which means basically I'm just going to sit here, there is no movement, and just breathe. And you can see this band is going to try and ply that shoulder a little bit more. Once I've done my 45 seconds to a minute each side, I can literally go back and test right away. You're going to see one arm.
Oh!
Okay guys, so that was the three-way banded shoulder stretch. Now if you've got any restriction in your shoulder range of motion at all, I'd really advise you to go home and try this one. Obviously if you're a little bit hot or there is some pain in there, seek some medical advice. This isn't sort of a treatment for pain, but it is a great way to improve range of motion prior to doing a heavy lifting workout. Now Storm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to be a competitive bodybuilder for years and doing a lot of high volume weight training, and I would have a lot of issues, particularly with one of my shoulders. And it's not until I really learned about mobility and really developing that nice stable base when I really found my shoulder issues went. And I find this with a lot of people in the weights room, but also it's a really common phenomenon for that shoulder forward posture. With a lot of people, especially working on computers, sitting at a desk for a lot amount of time, or just being on your iPads and so on. This is a really, really common posture for people, and it's not until you can really find that good positioning with your shoulders can you actually truly reach your potential in your overhead movements, and also do it pain-free as well. I mean, we want to enjoy it, and we also want to be here, if not just for a good time, but in the gym for a long time as well.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, so guys, give it a crack. Leave us a comment if you got any good results out of this one. We'd love to hear back from you. And we'll see you next time.